Hi everybody. Well, today is not an easy day. It wasn't easy to choose to do this video. The Parasha of the week is BERESHIT. And as we know, the tragedy that happened in Israel a week ago, it hit us very, very hard. So it's difficult actually to find words of inspiration for this Parasha. But we need to remember that we need to connect with one another. And this is hitting us very hard, and it's very important that we are united and that we spend Shabbat together with our loved ones. Remember, there are many people that are suffering this Shabbat, and to really, really pray for the soldiers, our Am Israel, all the survivors and the victims of these horrendous events the last week, and to ask for connection and to find meaning in the things that we do. So I try to search for meaning in the parasha of this week for what's happening, and that's the name of the video today, The Origin of Evil, because I found something interesting about the story of Adam and Eve and the sin of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and Cain and Abel. So when Adam and Eve were committed the sin, Hashem went to them, and Hashem asked them where they were, and they like he didn't recognize them anymore. And the tree, the reason that Hashem asked them not to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil is because Hashem knew what was good and or evil, and since we ate in the tree, now it's up to us to know. And sometimes, as we see, it's not that easy for people, I guess, to know what is good and what is evil, as we see sadly now. Of course, you can say, okay, all of us see what is actually evil, because what actually happened last week, and it was pure evil. But there are many people, many, that they didn't see it as evil, and they actually don't see it as evil right now, unfortunately. So that's what Hashem wanted us to prevent from doing that decision, from eating from the tree, to prevent those kind of errors. But we ate it from the tree, and Adam and Eve sinned, and they, instead of them recognizing that they taking accountability, they recognize that they ate, but Eve blamed the snake and Adam blamed Eve, and as a result, they were expelled from the Gan Eden, and they were, Hashem, they know they created hard work for the man, and the woman was going to suffer in the late when the woman started giving birth, and also the mortality to be able to die. And after that, there is a story of Cain and Abel, which are the kids of Adam and Eve, and the story that Cain killed Abel, his brother, of jealousy, because he was jealous of him, that he was worship a God, and Hashem received the offerings that he was doing. And Cain was jealous, and he killed him with a rock. And at that point, Hashem came back to Cain, and he asked him, in the same way that he asked Adam and Eve, "Where are you?" He asked, "Where is your brother?" And he responded back saying, "Am I my brother's keeper?" Like not only not taking any accountability, he didn't even admit that he did it or he did anything wrong. Since that point, Hashem punished Cain, and we know that he was fugitive, but up until that point, he started being more disconnected from Hashem. Wanted to be more disconnected, but he didn't realize what he did wrong at all. So I relate to that story, because when you ask yourself why these people, how can these people do such a brutality with innocent human beings, we are not able to comprehend. I relate to Cain in that way, that into his story, that he didn't have knowledge whatsoever. And so that's after all the story of Esav, the parasha goes forward until before Noah, and that's when Hashem mentioned the the word evil, how the people can be so evil and have negative thoughts, evil thoughts, and how they treat one another. It's not what he expected from the world, and that's why he decided to end up the world. And in Parasha Noah, the next Parasha, we'll talk about that. But what I wanted to mention is that's the origin of the evil that he found found in the story of Cain, that he didn't make any statement of accounting what he did, or even he didn't mention he was justified in his own eyes, because he had the right to do it because he felt uncomfortable. He didn't acknowledge that, and then he was angry even after Hashem punished him. So we see that the every time that we chose a path to disconnect from Hashem, we are worse and worse to see and to look for that light and connection. And my taking on this not only is to find the origin of evil, it's also to find the right reaction, because we have free will that Hashem gave us since the creation, and we can choose to create and build, or to destroy and hate with rage. And of course we're going to feel the feelings of anger and frustration, but we're also able to build. So what are we going to choose to do? We need to trust our soldiers that are fighting for the land. We need to trust Israel and support them 100% and share the truth with everybody, because that's our responsibility. But we also need to build and connect and pray and use this time to do that really from the heart, because Hashem will listen to us, because we all feel that this is our brothers and sisters that died, and we should feel empathy for that. Instead of choosing anger and revenge, we should choose building and connection. And with this, I want to wish you a very connecting Shabbat Shalom. Light your candles, connect with your people, and pray for Am Israel. Talk to you soon.